Hello, Geminis. How you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 20th to the 26th of October. Messages from energy this week. It was all about awakening to our true, valiant path, really engaging passionately with bringing what we perceive as reality into action. And then that will then feed the collective as well. The other thing we looked into was the elements. Now, the elements that are coming through at the moment are earth, water, and fire. Now, this is incredibly particular for you, Gemini, because you are an air sign, so there's no air coming through. But in your sign, let me just bring it up because you've got to see it. In your sign here, you can see it just before you hit. You've only got that air on the surface. That's the only real air that you have. So you're concentrating a lot more on the here and now than most other signs. And all that's feeding it is got that water, fire, and earth scenario going on. And I almost want to sort of say this could well be the easiest week in the world for you. It could be overwroughting as well. So you've got to be careful about this. And this is why I think your engagement, your mental engagement with your inner vision in accordance to that water, that air energy there, because you're what we call a full sign. So in the Astroflower, now there's four. There's yourselves, Gemini. There's Cancer that's right next to you. And then there's Sagittarius, who is opposite you. And then there's Capricorn. I myself is a Capricorn. They're all full signs. So Capricorn has more water in them than they do have earth, for example. And you have a lot more fire in you than you do have air when you look across your Astroflower. So it's all about how you're playing smart this week, because you've got a lot of energy feeding you, and it could overrun you if you don't engage in life. Once you engage in life, I think it's going to run really well for you. And you are going to be the one who's going to decide in kind of going, okay, push that energy over there. Okay, that's really feeding that situation. Fantastic. Okay, let it in over here. Oh, yeah, that's opening those doorways. That's the sort of attitude or the engagement you should have this week with the energies that's going through. Let's get a message from the energies for you. If you haven't seen the messages from energy, it is on our channel. Let's just see what's going on with the general energy. Now, this is the central, it's like your inner sanctum, as it were. Your inner being. Let's just see what's going on there. Wow. Yeah. That's really quite amazing. Okay, so it's like the sun's either coming up or going down. I've got a funny feeling it's going down, but it's preparing for a fantastic evening and night to be had. And there's like cloud cover that's moving away. So it's like you're getting a 10 of cups scenario in your life in general. And I think you could well be feeling that potential within you at the moment. Okay? I've just dropped a card. Here it is here. It is the Page of Pentacles. So obviously you're planting that seed. That pentacle there is like that sun that's sort of like seeing there. I think you're planting that within your, or you're recognizing the how you cultivate your own success within life. That's what you're learning about here. How you engage in it, and being very precise in your thinking, but at the same time leaving enough space, because that's your mutable side. Gemini, if you allow you to play to that mutable side of being a little bit more sort of relaxed about it, it's going to make things flow a lot easier for you. And look at that, death and rebirth on your relationship side of the inner being within you. I think this is like you're kind of saying, cheerio the old me, hello the new me. in a way. And that's possibly why I thought that the sun could be coming up as well, because it is like you're saying hello to a new thing. This is why if the sun is going down, it's just like going down on a day. So then the evening can be absolutely fantastic for you. Let's just see what's going on your financial sort of side. This is where you're going to find a lot of the direction, I think, more than anything else, because you've got a lot of that cardinal energy that flows through you from Cancer and from Aries. Let's just see what do we get in the weather vision for you on this side here. I think financial success is easy for you at the moment. It's almost like you're just like collecting in the money. So if you're starting a business, or if you've started a business, it's like now's the moment to allow it to flow, as it were. And it's coming into you, but it's not just, this is the question about direction as well. You're not just holding on to that. You're not just stuffing it in your pocket. You're taking your money and kind of going, right, I'm going to need that. I'll buy that. There's a real sort of like placement of your resources that are accumulating in something that is far greater. So you got the Five of Pentacles on your karmic path here. I think this is you coming out of the cold. I think sometimes when it's been difficult to find our direction in your material world, we go through a lot. And that's actually quite a blessing in disguise, because it helps you to sort of organise a lot better of exactly what you want. And I think this is what you're realising here. It's almost as if like the five is a transitional thing, and it's like you've gone through that transition of not knowing, or not getting the results that you really wanted out of your financial world. But now you're starting to realise that on your karmic path, what you plant is what you get. And that's where in the air side of it, you can play with it and kind of going, okay, I can take this good result here and I can use that to grow even more. Okay? Yeah, look at that with the synchronicities on the outside world. You get the Nine of Cups. I think you've got huge potential coming into your life at the moment. And that's where you get the mutable fire and water that comes in from Pisces, and the fire is from your own true self. You have a lot to engage in the world. There's a lot of opportunities for you. And as I say, I think there's things that are coming in. You really are saying goodbye to any financial difficulty or any sort of difficulty on your career path or business and so forth. You're really saying goodbye to it, because things are really starting to flow into your pocket. You also get the Three of Pentacles in the past. Three of Pentacles is a very, obviously it's a triangle. It's a very solid figure. And that comes out with the solid work you've done in the past. I think you've had to graft a lot. And it may have also been grafting from within, of kind of, you realising how you engage in the world and changing the way in which you engage in the world, working on yourself is part of your success. So I think this respects of what you've done in the past in order to go through that Five of Pentacles scenario. And now you're really coming out of it with a great deal of respect, of a lot of kudos that comes into it. Yeah, and things are really changing quickly. Your financial concerns are really changing very quickly. You're getting a lot of victories in. Things are coming in for you now, Gemini, because there's been a change of attitude from within you. And so you get the Seven of Pentacles there. Look at that. You get the Ace of Pentacles, or the one pentacle that the page is carrying is actually between your feet. That's what you're replanting. You've got the Six of Pentacles here, making sure you're okay. That's what you're cultivating, your wealth, and knowing, what am I going to do with this one pentacle now, this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity? How am I going to cultivate that going forward? And the moment you engage in that, and that's how you can then, with your inner vision and your air energy, you can give that a real direction. And once you give it a direction, that's when I think you're going to get sort of perpetual growth within your financial side. Let's just have a look and see what's going on the relationship side. Love is in the air. This is it. There is a definite love is in the air. And I think it's probably also, I think it's really good actually on your relationship side. It feels very comfortable, some real intimate moments with another person. It's like you're opening up to the idea that joy and happiness and love can be part of your life. You get the Empress card here on your karmic path. Most definitely, you're cultivating this. You're cultivating this. She is cultivating. Look at that, all that wealth in the way, what she's got in the way of wheat. She's got control over her emotions. And control doesn't mean not showing your emotions. It means that when there's a moment where you're supposed to be, intimate and so forth, that's the moment to show that side. And that's having control over your emotions, of living in the emotions fully. And once you do that, you become the Empress. You control your empire, your world, through your emotions. And look at that, talking about the world. You get the world card in the connections with the world that is around you. I think there's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of warmth of enjoying life again. And feeling that it's right for you. Yeah, look at that. You get this Eight of Pentacles. As I said, it comes in from the past here. I think this is feeding this side here. And I think this sort of like stuck out in the cold could be stuck in a rut more than anything else. I think you might have felt like that you have been stuck in the rut in the past, and that is coming to an end. And what you're doing is you're cultivating something, so I don't want it to happen again. So obviously you've got this sort of like physical connection with another person that's in the past that, is still bearing fruit, and it seems to be, bearing a really good fruit for you, as it were. It's absolutely fantastic. In your future self, you get the 10 of Wands. Obviously, I want to sort of say don't carry too much, but that'd be lost on Gemini. They're constantly carrying everything, aren't you? You do such a sterling job at it as well. It's beautiful to see. I really do appreciate all the Geminis in my life. But it's are you carrying too much? That's not what I actually get from it more than anything else. What I think here is like, I think what you've got here is that the 10 is the end of a journey. And I think what you're doing is with this physical connection with this other person, having a very much more an engagement with your emotions, you're allowed to say to another person or to people that are around you, look, I've experienced this, and you've got these 10 wands that at any given point you can pick up one and it becomes the Ace of Wands. And I think what you're bringing to the party here is a huge depth of experience, wisdom, of how you drive your passions through you. And you get the 9 of Wands in how you should engage in the here and now. 9 of Wands, this is what I'm saying here. The 9 of Wands is saying he's taken that wand, as I said, that Ace of Wands. He's going off on a journey. And I think this is how you need to engage in it. You've got to look at it as a journey. And, on that journey, if you're going up the top of Everest, obviously you don't want to be taking the kitchen sink. But if you're moving house, you might want to take the kitchen sink. Who knows? It's horses for courses. It's the sun and the happiness that I think is shining on this new day for you. That's Charles there, is the only character that doesn't sort of like fall before death, as it were, because it's the renewal of life, and that's what that child is doing. They're renewing their engagement and their joy for living. On the relationship side, absolutely beautiful. On your financial side, leap of faith. Yeah, I do think it is a bit of a leap of faith to trust in the process, to trust in what you're planting, to cultivate your future. You get the 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords as well. I think you're going to be playing very smart about it, and I think that's all to do with that 5 of Pentacles. You're not going back there, basically, and you're putting things into place. You've got an opportunity to put things in place so it prevents you from going back there. So you automatically have to go forward, and you go forward in your success. And that's what's going to make it go a lot quicker for you. So there you go, Gemini. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Thanking you very much for subscribing, liking and sharing. It's absolutely lovely to see. Don't forget about Messages from Energy and all the other energy videos that we do on this channel. I will see you over on the live at the Q&A, where we can ask all the questions we want concerning energy, if not over on Cymatic TV for the energy update. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.